A very good morning to all our Sports Today family members. We have just come out of a wonderful win that we had against England. India are 1-0 up after a very good show thanks to Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer, as well as the bowlers in the India versus England first ODI in Nagpur. The Champions Trophy preparation has started off well, and India will be hoping to maintain the momentum in Cuttack. But there was one major issue with one player, and his fitness will dominate the build-up to the Cuttack ODI because Virat Kohli. Now, Virat Kohli was doing well in practice before the match, but when he returned to the hotel, he had swelling. And because they didn't want to take a risk on his knee, that is why they decided, okay, we will not play Virat for the first ODI. Now, what is the status of Virat Kohli for the second ODI in Cuttack? Well, if you have to believe in Shubman Gill, if you have to believe in other reports, Virat Kohli is fit for the second ODI. He will play there. This was just a precautionary measure that they took. Unless the injury worsens in the next 2 days, then things will change. But Shubman Gill stated in the post-match presentation when he got the Man of the Match award that yes, Virat Kohli is fit for the Cuttack ODI. There is nothing to worry about. And because of that, India will heave a huge sigh of relief. Yes, there is concerns over Rohit Sharma's current form. He was dismissed cheaply in the first ODI also. But Virat Kohli, looking at the way how he has played, looking at his form also, he will be under the scanner as well. So, there is good news for India heading into the Cuttack ODI. Virat Kohli most likely is fit. The Indian team is travelling to Cuttack today. There might not be a press conference or a practice session. 8th, maybe they will have a press conference. In that, we will have a lot more of a clearer picture. But as of now, it's looking good for Virat Kohli to play in Cuttack. Harshit Rana had a very, you may say, bittersweet debut because he was hit for 26 runs in 1 over by Phil Salt, but then he managed to bounce back and take 3 wickets. Now, Harshit Rana came for the post-match press conference and he had a very interesting thing to say about the concussion substitution controversy. Remember, this controversy has dominated ever since Pune, Mumbai and Nagpur. You've seen that the concussion sub thing, whenever Harshit Rana steps onto the field, the concussion substitute controversy is there. He has given a retort over all of that. At the end of the day, whenever we have stated that yes, the concussion substitute controversy is not Harshit Rana's fault, it is the fault of the match referee to misinterpret that. So that is why there is a press conference video that has come up. We'll be doing a special video on it, so do check that out on Sports Today as well. So Harshit Rana with some very interesting comments on the concussion substitute controversy. Over in Galle, Sri Lanka have put up a decentish total with Kusal Mendis also chipping in with a vital 50. But at the time of doing this morning wrap, Australia had lost Magnus Carlsen and Travis Head. Travis Head started off with 3-4s, but then he was dismissed by the off-spinner Nishan Paris. Prabhat Jayasuriya then accounted for, you may say, Magnus Carlsen. And because of that, this Galle wicket, unlike the first test, is going to offer a lot more turn. It's vintage Prabhat Jayasuriya venue, and that is why Australia have an uphill task. Usman Khawaja and Steve Smith now hold the edge. Steve Smith survived a review first ball. Now they'll be hoping, Australia will be hoping that they can get close to Sri Lanka's total or take a marginal lead. Nothing is at stake here because Australia won the first test now. They are confirmed in the WTC final even mathematically. So that is why this test match will be more about confidence and Australia hoping to end a 14-year jinx in Sri Lanka. They have not won a series in Sri Lanka for 14 years. So they'll want to end that by doing well in the second test in Galle. The BCCI is going to host an AGM. They will have an SGM on March to ensure that they get a joint secretary also. Devajit Saikia is the secretary at this point in time. There'll also be a joint secretary meeting that will be held in the SGM meeting in Mumbai. So March, the SGM meeting will be held by the BCCI to determine all the other issues related to the administration and working of the board. We now have the other major chess event coming up, which is the Chess 960 Freestyle event in Weissenhaus. Now, this will see top chess players in Magnus Carlsen, Alireza Firouzja, Fabiano Caruana and Gukesh. Ever since becoming the world champion, you will see Magnus Carlsen and Gukesh square off in the Weisenhaus Freestyle Chess 960 event. Now, that is going to begin very, very shortly. It is going to be a very interesting thing. I'll be doing a special video on what Magnus has said about Gukesh and why did he agree to share the World Blitz title with Jan Nepomniachtchi. Two separate interviews, but Magnus Carlsen has poured his heart out on this. And there is also a video of top grandmasters attending a tutorial on the freestyle chess event. What was that tutorial all about? All this you'll come to know in the morning wrap today. So yes, building up to the second ODI also, which will be held in Cuttack, because this is the second last ODI before you jump into the Champions Trophy bit. So yes, India have started well, but one hopes that they can sustain the momentum, and yes, Virat Kohli recovers in the right time. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this morning wrap. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.